You don't want to feel small and invisible anymore. So what's the logical solution? It's to do the opposite. It's to get fucking massive.
She lie to your face, I really don't get it. She say what you want her to say. At the end of the day, I'm still getting money regardless, I'm still getting paid.
But what if I told you that you could push the limits too far and it could destroy you? Going too far could put you in a worse place than where you started. Unless you take the physique pill. Let's be real, bro. The reason you started going to the gym is because you wanted to attract more male friends and you wanted to fuck. You wanted to get girls. But I want to ask you something. When's the last time you saw a video of girls lusting over big ass bodybuilders? Probably never. That's exactly the physique pill that you need to take right now, and it's fucking brutal. Being too big is ugly as fuck. Now, when you're small, when you're insecure, it becomes apparent that you need to make a change. And the thing we think we need to do is to become massive, to do the opposite, right? We're small, we're insecure. Well, if we do the opposite, then surely we'll see the opposite results, because right now we're ignored. If we get massive, then we'll be noticed, right? It's just basic maths in our head. But if you don't take the physique pill, you're gonna actually offload your insecurity into something that makes you far more insecure in the long run and makes you even more of a fucking social reject and a retard. I'm literally warning you as a guy who is pretty popular in the gym, right? I talk to a lot of people in the gym, and there's this guy I know, he's literally 19 and I hadn't seen him in a while, and I came to the gym that he trains at and I was looking around, you know, seeing a few people, and I saw him walk around the corner. He spotted me and he literally walks around with a fucking white singlet on, skin tight, and my first thought in my head was, what the fuck are you doing, bro? What the fuck? This guy is on fucking 4 different types of steroids, bro. He comes over to me and tells me how he's on test, all this fucking bullshit, right? Yet he looks like a fucking Teletubby. He's 19, he looks like he's 20 fucking 5. And he literally came with a bulging gut. He literally looked like a square. He had no shape, no frame at all. And it fucking like, it just confused me. What is the point in training? The point in training was to not look like a little fucking retard, not be a social reject, not be an outcast, to actually fit in, to actually get attention and be respected. But now you've done the complete opposite. You've gone to the other end of the spectrum. And I'm not saying that gaining size and becoming big is a bad thing, right? To be aesthetic, you still need to be at a decent level of muscle mass. But when you go to the point that you fucking look stupid, bro, or you're just getting attraction from guys and compliments from guys, well, it defeats the purpose in the first place. I'm not even very big, but I get compliments from girls. Just the other day, this girl who has a boyfriend literally come up to me in the gym. We talk often, which is kind of sus, but she comes up to me and she made another comment again on my sleeper build, right, about how I look aesthetic. And that's because I took the fucking physique pill early on, and I didn't fucking make the mistake that you're potentially going to make. The physique pill is fucking brutal. The first principle of the physique pill is that nobody gives a fuck about how strong you are if you look like a fucking Teletubby. You can be David Lade, right, be able to bench 4 plates and be aesthetic as fuck, and everything is good. You have the best of both worlds. You're strong and you're aesthetic. But being strong doesn't mean shit if you literally look like a Teletubby, or you literally have to walk around like you fucking shit your pants 24/7. And there's going to be people on this video telling me I'm coping and saying, yeah, but I train for this, I train for powerlifting, right? Let me ask you something. If I was to teleport you into a room of 10 hot as fuck girls, do you think they would prefer the guy who can bench 4 plates but looks like a fucking Roblox character? Or would they go for the guy who might not be as strong, he can maybe only bench half that, maybe not even 2 plates on the bench, but he looks like he's a fucking Greek sculpture? What do you think is going to happen? The second principle of the physique pill is that lean is law. Nothing else matters. I used to think that, you know, the guys with 6-packs were just skinny boys and shit, right? And it didn't even matter. Now I realize that you absolutely need to be fucking lean. You cannot afford to be a fatty. If you don't take the physique pill early on, you're going to go down this rabbit hole of just wanting to be as big as possible, going down the dirty bulk route. I went down the dirty bulk route and I looked like fucking abomination. Superman gets bitches, right? But Hulk doesn't. Even though Hulk has got many muscles, lots of muscles, he's fucking abomination to most people. right? When you're trying to attract women specifically, which if you're not lying and if you're not a retard, that is the reason why you wanted to stop being insecure, why you wanted to build a physique in the first place. Women want to think that you are naturally genetically gifted, right? They want to have the guy who just has that natural V-taper frame, who just has that thin waist, the six-pack, the nice arms, the veins, with the chiseled face and chiseled body, right? They don't want this fucking monster of a man. If they do, then they're probably a monster of a woman, a fucking steroid-taking girl as well. And when you aren't lean, and when you can't look at yourself confidently in the mirror, if I was to teleport you into the world with nobody, would you rather be looking in the mirror with your fucking 200 kilo bench and your big pot belly, your big beer belly, or would you rather be a little bit weaker and have a fucking chiseled six-pack? What would you rather? I guarantee you would rather be the skinnier guy and look in the mirror and be like, fuck yeah, I'm sexy as fuck, okay? Because it doesn't matter who's around, it doesn't matter if you're doing it for attraction or not. At the end of the day, you know what is attractive, you know what the right path is, and the right path is not becoming a fucking fatso unless you're fucking competing for significant amounts of money or as a career. Why would you do this? You're literally just masking the insecurity of where you started, which was either skinny, insecure, or, you know, maybe chubby and skinny fat, or some form of shit where you weren't getting attention, you weren't getting respect, right? You're literally masking that with now another bad form of being a reject. You were a reject when you were skinny, or when you were fat, or when you were that little soy boy. Now you're a fucking reject because you look like a fucking idiot in public. You look like a monster. Like, what is the point in that? Superman gets bitches. Hulk doesn't. Either way, if you want to go from being that small, insecure, invisible young man to someone who's confident, aesthetic, and outgoing and can look in the mirror and be like, yeah, I'm a fucking sexy cunt, then check the link in the description. It's a 3-phase program. I think you'll like it a lot. But in closing, you need to take the physique pill. It is brutal, right? The guy that has less muscle but is focused more on shape, more on aesthetics, is going to destroy the guy who's just focused on big strength and big muscles in almost every realm. The only realm he's going to win at is strength training. But when it comes to attractiveness in the modern day, when it comes to gaining overall respect, when it comes to first impressions, when it comes to just being a beacon, a social beacon, and even just having presence, right? The guy who's a bit smaller but has had the physique pill and realizes that aesthetics matter way more than being massive, he's going to win every single time. And even though you may have more physical presence, more physical space if you're this big-ass bodybuilder looking motherfucker, the guy with the leaner physique just has this weird presence in more of an aura sense. He has that attractiveness, being that radiating energy around him, right? And the only way to get that is by taking the physique pill and understanding that strength doesn't matter if you're a fucking fat cunt. Okay? It's good to be strong and aesthetic. But if you look like shit, it doesn't matter, right? It's not going to hide the previous insecurities. It's not going to fix your life. It's going to make you even more of a reject. Because at the end of the day, if you're trying to mask an insecurity or fix it entirely, the last thing you want to do is venture into the other extreme and put yourself in an even worse position. Remember to embrace failure, or you risk becoming one.